Hey, how's it going? So it is that time of the year again when people have breaks from school and people try to take time off from work, which means more time for family, friends, and for some people, more time for RuneScape. This time of the year is also when the Christmas event comes out. It just came out a few days ago, and I figured this would be the best time to make this video. I'm not huge into investing, but this is something everyone can do without putting much thought into it. And like the title says, this is for long term, so you won't be making much money overnight or even over the course of weeks. But here's what I did. I collect holiday items, and it's kind of funny because this actually looks like a private server, but I started selling them off a couple weeks ago because I knew the Christmas event is coming up. In the 4.5+ years that Old School has been running, no holiday events have been missed and the rare items have been released every single time. Now, nothing is 100% a guarantee, but if Jagex were to remove the rare items that you get from holiday events, I'm 99% sure it would only be after pulling it. Because when Old School came out, they did a bunch of pulls to make sure that people wanted rares and to make sure that the majority of players would agree on how they would come into the game. So if they were to ever take away getting the holiday items from events, you would know in advance because, like I said, not 100% a guarantee, but I'm pretty sure they would make a poll about it first. But anyways, so I started slowly selling all my Christmas items off a couple weeks ago because every year they have the holiday events, and the same pattern happens every single year with these. Shortly after the holiday event ends, the prices start going up, and they usually peak around the month before the event is released. And of course they have their ups and downs, but the general trend is upwards throughout the year. Another thing I noticed is year by year, the prices of the holiday items themselves are slightly more than the previous year, and I think that could be because of inflation, kind of similar to bonds, but I really do believe that the price of a bond signifies a greater meaning to the overall trend of the economy. And this isn't just for Christmas, this happens for every holiday event. It happens every single year like clockwork, and I'm sure a lot of you watching this video already knew everything that I've just said, but there might be some people watching who weren't aware or never really paid attention to this trend. Something that was put in the recent Christmas news post is that starting from December 25th, Jagex is going to be spawning massive amounts of holiday items throughout the servers, which will only bring the price down more from then. But yeah, it's really just a simple idea. Stock up on items during or shortly after the event, and then sell them within a month or two before the event rolls around the next year. But remember, your money is going to be stuck in those items for at least a few months, if not the whole year, so you got to decide for yourself whether or not you think it's worth it to make a long-term but low-risk flip, because you do have the potential to make 3 times or 4 times or even more of the money back that you invested. So as I said earlier, I am not an experienced investor whatsoever. I just have like the basic knowledge. But if someone as bad at the game as me can make these investments work, then you'll definitely have no problem doing them if that's what you choose to do. And one last thing is that I'm not trying to influence the economy for my own personal gain. Everything I talked about isn't a secret, and in fact, most people watching this probably already knew about everything that I said. But I do hope this video is able to provide you with some kind of insight on investing in holiday items. And please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments on this type of investing, because I want to see what you all think of doing that and whether or not you think it's worth it. And I want to thank you very much for watching today's video, and I will see you again tomorrow.